So this is what the finished look looks like. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another video. Today we have an OG sit down doing my makeup kind of video. I haven't sat down in front of you guys and did my whole makeup, like in-depth makeup. In today's video, I'm going to be answering your guys' questions from IG. Yesterday on Instagram, I posted some pregnancy Q&A questions, and you guys did respond back to me with a few questions. So I'm going to be answering those, and then we are trying new makeup today. I'm excited because I haven't tried new makeup in forever, especially since I've been pregnant. I kind of do my go-to look. My skin finally cleared up because in the beginning of my pregnancy, my breakouts were crazy, but I'll talk about that further. So my skin is finally starting to clear up. So this morning I had my glucose test, which I'm gonna take this off because this is so tacky. I went and got that done, and I had did my brows already and I did my lashes already this morning. If you watch my vlog this coming Sunday, you guys will learn where I got these lashes from that literally look like I get my lashes done again. But if you guys want to know the secret to that, then you guys have to watch my vlog this coming weekend. There's quite a few things here. I'm gonna try to stay as organized as I can, and I'm trying to keep my products in order based off of how they like go on my face. So I'm excited. I got a new background, so I hope you guys like how I put all this together. You guys will see this in the vlog also, kind of like how I judged what I had going on in my last video. I do have to go through that makeup tower right there, and that will be another video in itself. So we're just gonna jump right in today. Like I said, I already have my brows done. You guys know I don't even do my brows anymore. Sometimes I will fill them in with a pencil, but I don't really even do that. Like I said, I do have my lashes already on because I had an appointment this morning. I did try this week, so it is new. But first, I wanted to show you guys, this is the NYX the brow glue non-sticky finish, baby. When I tried it, I did feel like it did dry down. So it's not that it still is like wet, but I just felt like it took too long to dry down for them to say that it doesn't have a sticky finish, because it definitely does for a few hours. I don't know. If you're a regular on my channel, you guys already know I only really use one primer. I haven't really dipped and dabbled into any other primers, but I'm using my Milk Hydro Grip primer. I use this every single time I do my makeup, especially in the summer. I just feel like it's a definite summertime primer. Like, you just can't go wrong. You want your makeup to last you all day, so this has always done the job for me. The next two things that I grabbed are concealers, and these are the Wet n Wild Mega Last Incognito concealers. They say all day, full coverage, and no creasing. I did get two shades. I got medium honey, and then I also got medium golden. I'm not sure which one is going to be the better match for me. I feel like the medium honey might be. Here are both of those swatches if you guys are interested to see which one's which. The top is the honey and the bottom is the golden. For foundation today, I'm going to be trying the Maybelline 30 Hour Super Stay Activewear Foundation, and I have tried this before, I believe, on my channel, but I didn't try the activewear. The foundation color is on point, but I might have messed up with the concealer shade. So let's see. I already know the foundation shade is on point. The shade I got the foundation in was 310 Sun Beige. Now that we have everything blended out, I feel like it looks pretty good. I thought it was going to be way too peachy up under the eyes, but I feel like the peachiness kind of canceled out anything that I had going on under the eye area. I am trying the Anastasia cream bronzers that they just came out with. How pretty is this packaging? Wait till you guys see how pretty the actual like bronzer packaging is. Like, the box is pretty, but look at this actual like vibe. Like, I can't even. Okay, Anastasia, I see you. It's like this matte brown goodness that I'm obsessed with. This guy is one of those cream products that you look at it and you're super intimidated by. This is the shade Hazelnut, and this is the shade that I picked out. There really is only, I think, like 5 or 6 shades, and to be honest, after I blended this out on the back of my hand, which I'm going to do now for you guys so you can see, you guys can even see, like, in the pan, it is very, very creamy. I'm going to blend it out, like, even with my fingers, just so you guys can see what I mean by, like, this. I'm going to dip into the product, but I'm not going to dip too much, kind of like surface dip, basically, and I just want to gauge it first because, like I said, this is very intense of a product. Are like the questions that you guys sent me, and it says, is there something that you wish you knew prior to getting pregnant? I want to start trying. First and foremost, I think that is absolutely amazing, and good luck to you on your journey trying. So if there was something that I personally would have wanted to know before getting pregnant, was how fast that can happen, how soon your body can adjust to being off of birth control. Because when I tell you, I was in complete shock. Like, I just thought that I had a little bit more time. And yeah, I'm super grateful, obviously. And like I said, I don't want this to sound like insensitive to those who are trying and it's taking them a little bit longer. But in my personal case, I do wish I knew that it can happen so much quicker, especially coming off of birth control, especially because I've been on birth control for almost, what, 10 years, like 9 years or something like that. So that is something that I wish I knew. I just wish I knew how quick your body can come up off of those hormones. The second question is, how have you been feeling? And this is something I get asked all the time. I feel like I haven't really disclosed how far along I am in my pregnancy, but I am in my 3rd trimester. I am getting to that point where I am just uncomfortable. I'm not in pain, but I'm uncomfortable. So I am someone who, when I got pregnant, I was like 120 pounds. So right now, last time I went to the OB, I'm pretty sure I'm at like a $141, like 142, around there somewhere. And yeah, I'm just taking it all in, and baby girl is just in there baking. Prepping for baby, I want to say, is something that overwhelms me a little bit, but besides that, I've been feeling absolutely great. I had the most smooth, I don't want to jinx it for the second baby, so knock on wood, but I had the smoothest transition into pregnancy. It was nothing but a blessing, and I'm just so excited to meet my little girl. I never got sick in the beginning of my pregnancy. I know a lot of people get sick, and I think that's why so many of like my friends and family were like convinced that I was having a boy, because they say with girls you always get sick, boys you don't get sick. But then I had family members, and like some of my friends' moms were like, it's definitely a girl, and I was like, well, why do you think it's a girl? And they were like, you break out. And in the beginning of my pregnancy, that was one thing that I wish I knew as well. I wish I knew that coming off my birth control, that my body in particular, I had regulated so much of like my acne prone skin with birth control that the second I got off of it, I started to break out immediately. And I think it was also my skin just purging out all of the birth control as well. So my skin is obviously in a way better place, and like it's regulated a little bit more, but that is something else that I wish I knew. What kinds of cravings do you have now that you're pregnant? So this is another thing that I get asked all the time, like, what are your cravings? What are you craving? I don't think I had a craving in particular. In the very beginning, I am not like a Chick-fil-A sandwich girl. I like nuggets. Like, I like to dip and like eat like this. So in the beginning of my pregnancy, I wanted what my boyfriend wanted, and I feel like now, like after that and like up till now, he wants what I want. So he would get a spicy chicken sandwich with pepper jack cheese on it and would dip it in honey mustard. I don't even really like honey mustard all like that, but I was loving his whole order. So that is one thing that I will say was a craving in the beginning, like my first trimester for sure. I was getting Chick-fil-A all the time. One thing that has stayed the same throughout my whole pregnancy is I want like a savory and then a sweet. So I am never, like, I've never really been a dessert girl. Like, I go out to eat and they're like, do you want dessert? And I'm like, no. But now I crave something sweet at nighttime. My guilty pleasure is like a bowl of cereal, but I've always eaten bowls of cereal at nighttime. I also just have always eaten cereal all the time. Like, any time of day I can eat cereal. What will the nursery theme be? I don't have a nursery. Okay, so we live in an apartment. I don't really have a theme. I'm trying to keep her a little bit like gender fluid, like a little gender neutral. A lot of the things on my registry are like gray, yellow. I obviously have a bunch of like pink stuff on there, but I also wanted to keep it pretty neutral. I think we're gonna do a bassinet and like a playpen, because a lot of people say that you either use the crib or you don't, or like the baby sleeps with you or they don't. Like, I'm kind of like in between. That's another thing that I will say is like a little bit overwhelming, like creating your registry and figuring out what do you want. I've done so much research on strollers, cribs, and bassinet. That whole situation I'm not like a pro at yet, but I think I'm gonna go the bassinet route that can like attach to the side of your crib, so that when I do need to take her out while, you know, it's the middle of the night, I can do that. I'm gonna take this setting powder off. This is not a new bronzer, but she did reformulate, so I'm gonna try this one out and see if I like this shade. The next product that I'm trying is this Maybelline Nude Burn Cheek Sheer Gel Cream Blush. I'm actually very new to the cream blush game. I've heard nothing but good things about cream blushes. Will you be doing a baby product reviews? I do want to definitely dive into products that I used or didn't use, or what I like and don't like, so that's on the way. I definitely want to get some. Like I said, I want to get more mommy content out, and I don't want to turn this into like a mom page, but I feel like this is another chapter of my life, so by all means that will evolve with me. I feel like my pregnancy has gone by so fast. I know some people have like don't like to be pregnant at all because they just have bad pregnancies, or I don't want to say like a bad pregnancy, but like they just are sick, or you know, they don't have the support. Because a lot of times too, people forget that like having a great support system, whether it's your mom, your significant other, your family and friends, like just having someone there to talk to and like to help you out is just like a great feeling. And I'm just happy that I was able to have that support. I don't know if I just did this right, because I did put powder. I think I just messed up. I'm gonna take the brush and I'm gonna go in again to see if I can save it by only using the brush and not using my fingers to apply this. But I swore she said it works on top of powders, unless I got played. My next video, I want to definitely try out these two guys. I'm going to try out the e.l.f. Putty Bronzers. So I also had gotten these to try out as well, and also this Morphe Filter Effect Soft Focus Medium to Full Coverage Foundation. So these guys will probably be what you guys will see in my next video. I have the new Anastasia blush. I was supposed to try these Anastasia products together, hence I'm so annoyed. I did not mean to try the Maybelline. I meant to try the Maybelline with the other drugstore stuff and then try this separately. But while I have you here, I will definitely put this on in my next video. All right, it's a no for the cream blush for today. This is not working out in our favor. Since I already used the Kylie bronzer, I'm going to be using this Kylie blush today. And this is in the shade Baddie on the Block, which sticks with that pinky color, because I feel like my cheeks look so pink that I kind of need to stay in that realm anyways, so it doesn't look crazy. looking at it, it doesn't look horrible, but I feel like this blush is so far up, like way further up than what it should be. But that is okay. Like I said, we always make it work around here. So we're just gonna leave that as is. Take our bronzer brush again, and I'm just gonna pop back in. The next question is how many kids would you and Baba want in total? I was someone who was lucky enough to carry so gracefully and beautifully that I, by all means, would be pregnant 1,000 times over. But also it comes the realization of like, it's a whole, like this is a life-changing experience. So I am very intrigued to see how this next portion of my life is gonna change. I am just so excited and so blessed, and I am so optimistic about what the future holds for us, for baby, and I'm just super excited. So for total kids, I want to say like 3 is my top. I used to want like 4 or 5 kids, but that's a lot. Hi. How many kids do we want? That was one of the questions that they asked.
How many kids you want?
I said like 3, but I used to want like 5. What do you think? What's your number?
6.
He said 6. I pretty much only use 2 lip liners. I use the KKW Nude 2 and the Nude 2.5. I'm taking this MAC. This is a satin lipstick. I think it's called Sis. S-I-S-S. And I'm just gonna pop this right in the middle. Literally a dot of that concealer. And put it all over. I'm also gonna take this Essence white eyeliner pencil, and I'm gonna put this in my waterline. I never do this, but I just figured, why not? The last thing I ended up doing was going in with my Morphe setting spray, which I'm gonna spray a little bit more so you guys get full effect. I did actually go in and I did touch up my brows a little bit on the bottom, and I used this Morphe micro brow pencil, and this is in the shade Java, I think that's the shade. So this is what the finished look looks like. I do love how this came out. The next question was, what are you nervous about? So I have literally told every single person who has asked this question. I think the thing that I'm the most nervous about is physically pushing a baby out of my cooch. Like, I know that sounds so like, I think that's the thing I'm like most petrified about. And I know that it's like a natural process, and like normally like your body just knows what to do, so like it just kind of happens naturally. But I am so scared that I'm gonna like tear or something. And then I tell my boyfriend this all the time, but I'm just nervous about like being a bad mom. And I know that sounds like really general to say, and I know it's one of those things where it's like human nature, it kind of just like kicks in, and like you're just a mom, like it comes naturally. What do the first 3 months feel like? So for me, I'm not gonna lie, I'm someone who did not get sick, so I didn't have a lot of food aversions. I did not get that morning sickness that I know a lot of like girls experience, which I'm so grateful for, which I think if I do get pregnant again, I'm sure it's gonna hit me like a punch in the face, like the morning sickness. But I was super blessed. I did not get that morning sickness. So the first 3 months, I don't want to make it sound like I'm ungrateful, but it was boring. Like nothing really happened for me in those first 3 months. I went for my first official ultrasound when I was 10 weeks pregnant. So by the time I was 12 weeks, I was 3 months pregnant, and it wasn't really, nothing was really happening, I would say. I will say that you start to feel pregnant. Like once you get into your 3rd, into your 4th month, it's hard to explain how you feel pregnant. What excites me the most about motherhood is me and my mom are very, very tight. Like, we're like this. So it makes me really happy that I get to experience that same kind of love. And I'm just excited. I don't think there's one specific part that I'm excited about. I think always growing up, I knew I wanted to have kids. I've always wanted to be a mom. And I always said, like, I didn't want to be an old mom. So me being 26 now, like, I feel like I picked a good age, but also my mom had me at 19. So I was that girl. I was like, oh, I don't want to be an old mom. I definitely want my first kid by the time I'm 30. Stuff like that. But I'm just excited for all parts. What makes me super, super excited too is how excited my man is. That makes me feel like, I don't know, like just like this next step. It like makes me smile from like ear to ear, because it makes me feel like now I get to blossom my own family, and this is just like the next step, the next chapter. You have a birth plan. I do not have a birth plan. My plan is to go as natural as I can. I'm someone who's not opposed. Hi, buddy. I'm someone who's not opposed to epidural. I don't think that makes you less of a woman, less of a mom, whatever. If you decide to get an epidural, whatever, it's painful to have kids. So, hey. Yeah, so I'm excited, and I'm hoping to, like I said, go all natural. I do plan on breastfeeding. It's funny because people said that your boobs get like super big, but honestly, nothing has happened for me in that department. So I'm just like waiting for the boobage to come, because I'm like, I better get some hips out of this, some boobies. My favorite thing about being pregnant is just watching the process. I think that what the female body can do is absolutely amazing. Like I said, I'm someone who I've popped later in my pregnancy, in my 3rd trimester. So even being able to see like the little changes, like my nipples got bigger, and you know, like just seeing my body change and like go through the motions is definitely something that I think was my favorite part. I also think just the joy of being able to feel the baby now. She's in there, and it was one of those things, like I guess that first 3 months, like going back to that, you can't feel anything. So it's one of those things that now that you can feel your baby, and I can feel her, I feel so much more closer to her. And yeah, she be stiff arming the hell out of me, but I would not have it any other way. What language will be spoken to your baby? So I am half Black and half Puerto Rican. All means baby girl will be speaking Spanish. Out of my mom's 3 kids, I probably speak the most Spanish. I definitely have like broken Spanish, but she definitely will know how to speak Spanish, especially at least as much as I know. So I know a couple of like friends and family that don't speak Spanish. I just feel like you're doing your child such an injustice when you don't teach them a second language, and when you already know that second language. I just feel like, well, why not? So she will definitely have or she'll be definitely able to speak Spanish. Is this my mom's first grandchild? This is my mom and my dad's first grandchild. For Baba, he's the baby of his siblings, so this is their 6th grandkid. But for my mom and my dad, this is their first grandkid, and I'm the oldest. Have you chosen a baby name? So I have one in mind. It's not set in stone, so I don't want to put it out into the universe as if like coming on here to say that this is her name. So we don't have her official name, and I wouldn't announce it anyway, so she was here. So yeah, I have like 1 or 2 that are like up there. Will you record your labor? I don't know. I feel like it's one of those things that's like a little bit more intimate. Maybe I'll like vlog a little bit of it, but I don't think I'm gonna do like a birth, like I'll do a birth story, but I don't think I'm gonna do like a birth vlog, because I feel like, I don't know. I feel like that's one of those things where it's like a little bit like personal. But I will definitely like chime back in and do a like birth story, how it went, what I liked, what I didn't like, was it painful, stuff like that. Maybe I will let you know. You're planning a baby shower? For sure planning a baby shower. We are in the middle of figuring out what the hell we're doing for a venue. I don't even want to talk about it. What gender would you like to have next? Just in case I decide to only have 2, I would like a boy and a girl. How do you think your dog will react to the baby? So Flip is a very, very needy dog. As you guys know, Flip is my first baby. So, and when I say my first baby, I mean that. I bottle fed him. I took him with me to school. I've had him since he was 4 weeks old. I got him from like a family friend, like a friend of a family friend. And when we got him, I wasn't even supposed to have him. He was way too young for me to have him, to be honest. And normally I think you're supposed to wait till they're about 8 or 10 weeks, and I got him at 4. So I was bottle feeding him. They have like puppy formula at the store that you buy. He was drinking out of a bottle. Like, I am that little dog's mom. Like, I don't care what you say. So he's been really good though, especially with me. I feel like he's always been a mama's boy. He definitely is up my boyfriend's butt a whole lot, but I also feel like he definitely is showing like neediness from me the most, especially like when he thinks he's in trouble. He definitely is coming to me all day. I feel like I answered a bunch of your guys' questions, so hopefully that gave you a little bit of insight on how my pregnancy is going and how I've been enjoying it so far. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I messed up the blush, but nonetheless we made it work, and I feel like we got a pretty good look. I'm not upset. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I did just do a fresh dye of black dye, and the moms in the comments, don't come for me because I dyed my hair. I waited my whole entire pregnancy, and I'm in my 3rd trimester, and something had to give, so I wanted to feel cute. So we got some fresh black dye going. That is all I have for you guys in today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me do my makeup. Definitely give the Anastasia, the new products from them, a try. I'm looking for the blush. Oh, it's back in the box. Definitely give the Anastasia products a try. Baby girl is on her way though. She will be making an entrance before the end of the year. I hope you guys enjoyed me answering the pregnancy Q&A questions, and it gave you a little bit of insight into my pregnancy and how it's going, how I've been enjoying things. And yeah, I'm out of breath and I'm ready to go eat something. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will catch you guys in my next video.